Hi, welcome. Happy new moon energy. If you are listening to this recording, this is new moon when this is being recorded. So just such an honor to be here. This is Casey, and I'm going to be your guide. And this has been a timeline and moon trilogy, a timeline jumping for those of us who are willing to step into our highest potential. And it's the end of 2022. This will be the last new moon of 2022 that we are in, and heading into 2023. And these last few years, it's like things have gotten even faster. And I know those who are attracted to the offerings that I'm creating out of the power of my intention and my will to will a container and a community of those that are releasing victimhood completely and stepping into sovereignty and reclaiming their body as the holiest site on earth for them. It's such an honor. So thank you all for being a part of my vision. And on the full moon, we really got into our clarity, because part of altering timelines, which is our right as multidimensional beings, and time is an illusion. And we are multifaceted beings. So, we really do have that right. And I also, for me, I can't speak for you, but for me, it's a responsibility and it's my mission, and it's why I came here. I've done other lifetimes that I'm connected with on Sirius, in the Pleiades, and in Arcturian. And I have a lot of Arcturian light flowing through me as someone that even may possibly say I haven't received complete clarity. I'm open for it, but is that being my original really planet? I'm open to that possibility. So I don't know if you ever sit with that and think about those things, or in your moments of pondering. By all means, though, do not get obsessed. We're all from the original light, the original womb of nothing. But it's fun. It's fun to do those things, right? To just really see, hey, where am I really, really from? Maybe Earth, and what an honor for those. If Earth is your home planet, oh my gosh, that's amazing too, right? We have our Earth warriors, and we have our star seed brothers and sisters. We have our Earth seeds, and we're all coming together to work together, true unison of creating the new Earth. So if you haven't done number 1 on gaining clarity, specificity is required to properly timeline jump. You don't want to do it without some form of clarity around what it is that you are altering in the timelines. And so I want to invite you to check out that on the clarity. And then in number 2, we did our first experience of the sphere of all possibilities. I am personally a student of the Hathors and the Hathor Star Nation. The Hathors are these benevolent beings that you can welcome into your life. Anytime I work with beings outside of the denser plane, I always make sure to put on my protection when I'm traveling in the consciousness. I believe Star Wars to be a bit more reality than we may want to say. The other night I was listening to what my husband was watching on the news. Yeah. But it was about UFOs and sightings. I mean, it's happening, right? We are, it's not taboo anymore. It's not, you're crazy if you talk about extraterrestrials. So it's so fun. But, your future self is what we want to merge with, and that's what we did in number 2. And it's all from the timeline jumping that I've received from the Hathors, the most benevolent extraterrestrials, right? Somebody outside of this terrain that I am working with. And so I invite you to get to know them. And someone who I love his work is Tom Kenyon. So what are you going to head in and alter your timeline on the linear line of 2023 that's upon us as the ascension process and the great shift is happening? So go ahead and you want to be in a space where you're not going to be disturbed, and you want a glass of water as we complete our timeline jumping trilogy. And then I will be putting together a creation that's only 11 minutes, where the first 5 minutes, this whole process can be done. And then I'll just leave the music playing for 6 minutes for those who want to kind of stay in that space a little bit longer than 5 minutes. Doing this once a day could change everything in your life. I mean, do you have 5 minutes a day to change everything, to alter your timeline, and co-create a life of heaven on earth? Do you have 5 minutes? So many of us want to be immersed in action and hustle and do. But what I have found is if we go to an empty space and create from within, then we'll be more in tune to what our intuition is telling us. Then we'll be more aligned with the right action, the inspired action. We'll be feeling just so inspired when we're working, etc. So this is the start. So go ahead, a glass of water and a journal. Just start taking those deep breaths. And I'm going to read a little bit from you guys as you're just breathing into your center from the Hathors. And this is from the Great Human Potential. It is the movement of your personal will that causes cosmic forces to align with your intent. I want to read that one more time. It is the movement of your personal will that causes cosmic forces to align with your intent. So allowing yourself to breathe and just seeing, again, before any meditative process, consciousness is gnarly. Allow yourself to place your diamond Merkabah field of light around you, and that can easily be done by the command and willing it, saying, higher self, encapsulate me right now with my Merkabah diamond field of light seated in my awareness. Place it all around me. And as you're breathing from the top of your head, your crown, and your perineum, and allowing that to converge in your heart. So you're taking that breath from your head in through your crown, right? The descending pathway, while you're taking a breath simultaneously from your perineum. You want to pull that perineum like into your body during the breath, to really charge that core center. So just taking those breaths. Always using the sound of our voice, very powerful. Any type of clearing of stagnation. Deep breaths in through the nose, pulling the ascending and descending pathways and converging them at your heart. And And just remembering that throughout this process, as you are allowing yourself to feel your golden and diamond and platinum and all color hues and rays of the light spectrum surrounding you and encapsulating you, that you are a daughter and son of the Most High, and it is your sovereign free will choice to manifest and co-create in the world of form as your holy mother and father do, to create anything out of nothing. And if you are choosing to manifest an object or a situation, you're going to imagine yourself in the future having this object or situation. If you did the second trilogy with us, the second part of the trilogy, I encourage to refine that if you are clear that that is what it is that you are creating for yourself. If it is a quality or an ability in yourself, this is one of my favorites to do. You imagine yourself possessing the quality or ability in the future. And I can tell you, the action that follows when you seed a new ability in your life, in your timeline, oh my, get ready for inspired action. Keep breathing and just pulling in that clarity. This forms the foundation for your future self that you are creating, and there is power in details. So allow yourself to be specific with what it is you are creating in form, something physical, or something that you are inherently now possessing a quality or an ability. Breathing in, maybe it is simply the ability and the quality of crystalline clarity for yourself. What it feels like to be crystal clear. And within your center, you have this solar plexus. You have this beautiful Christ and Buddhic light within you beyond religious dogma. And this solar plexus, this sun, the sonship, your light within. It's located at the kind of back and your at the pit of your stomach. It's located behind that pit of the stomach is where that solar plexus light that you could place your attention to. Obviously it spans out to not just be in our back, but that pranic center, really where our chakras, the hub of them, the core, and then they open out. Seeing that solar, that yellow, is shining like a sun within you. Again, it's not about having to see it. For some of us, it is a sensory more than a vision. It's just allowing yourself to sense it. And don't waste your time like trying to see it or force something in our eyesight. Simply allow yourself to use your imagination and just feeling. For some of you, it might be an inner voice that's describing to you these points of light creating this solar plexus. Some of you might experience both. Whatever it is, your higher self has this. As you are coming into this feeling within your solar plexus, higher self, I'm here to commune within this center. I surrender my free will to the will of my highest potential, beyond my logic and linear thinking and human understanding. I am willing to receive so much clarity and specificity around this co-creation that we are creating together through my free will choice of surrendering to that which is for my highest potential. And I welcome you now and in the future timeline that is being created in this present moment, which I remember is all there is where all creation comes from. Right here, right now. Breathing. Now seeing this sphere from the center of this sun beginning to expand, and the center is like if you think about like an atom and then orbiting electrons, these points of light of the electrons, like our video went over, and anybody can reference at a later time as well. It's in the text portion of this recording. Just allowing yourself to expand more and more from this solar center place, from about 10 feet to 30 feet, whatever you're comfortable with. Just creating more space and allowing yourself from this center sphere to now seeing so much space, this sphere, all the sphere of these light points in space. With every breath in, breathe into that solar center. Just like the ascending and descending light, now allowing that breath to converge. Hit your solar and seeing a space above you, this solar center that is expanded out in the sphere, possibilities, the space below you, a space to the left of you, to the right of you, in front of you, and behind you. There's so much space. And seeing that sphere expanding out to either that 10 or 30 feet. And seeing that clarity for your future self and what it is that you are creating for yourself. It is something physical. Use your imagination to see yourself in possession. And if it is the ability or quality that you are possessing, allow yourself to witness yourself maybe doing the thing or being in the space with that quality and ability that it's allowed you to create or evolve in some way, allowing yourself to associate a feeling, what it feels like to be holding this physical thing or this location that you're in, and who you have become, who you are right now, this future timeline and this future sense of self, your future sense of self. Sense it. Once you have this in your imagination, go ahead and see the future self with a solar plexus as well. Now allowing this solar plexus to merge with the solar plexus of your physical form, your body right now, allowing your future self and your current self, which is the same self, to converge these points and will this intention from your current self to the future sense of self. Allowing yourself to see the solar plexus connected with each of these embodiments of the eternal you. As you really have this solar line of intent in place, set into action through the power of your command or simply your silent intent to download the energy from this sphere of all possibilities into your solar plexus. Feeling and imagining the energy flowing outward from your solar plexus of your future self. You have the ability to download light codes, and the download starts as soon as you realize that the sphere of possibilities is available to you by your simple virtue of your existence as a multidimensional human being that is made in the exact image and likeness of the one who creates all things. Download the energy from the sphere of possibilities into your solar plexus right now. Allowing the energy to flow outward to the solar plexus of your future self from this line as you are seeing the clarity of your future self. Downloading the sphere of all possibilities which will handle the how for you. That is not of our concern how it's going to happen. You are downloading miraculous light codes that will integrate and will assist you in all of your present moments. Seeing all these downloads, this sphere of possibilities, converging with your future self and your future timeline, allowing yourself the feeling of appreciation to experience what it is that you are creating and who you are. The abilities, qualities that you possess, feeling the appreciation. If you are doing this right now, what a human you are, and multidimensional being. Feeling the appreciation for this future self that you're seeing, being And now we're going to do a advanced jump and taking some breaths. Seeing these images of this solar plexus and this line and all these light codes and light points, and just how it's converging together at the solar plexus point and being downloaded. Take a moment to completely now embody your future self. And once you feel that you are embodied versus looking to your future self, take on the body and the eyesight, the human eyesight of your future self, and look back at your current self right now. And as you're experiencing your future self, I want you to remember, when you're experiencing in form with your future self what it is you've created, look back at this moment. See yourself creating it right now. Smiling at your current self from your future self and saying, well done. Well done. Thank you. Offering yourself a smile. Allowing yourself to sit in this space for as long as you would like, looking back at your current self is a more advanced timeline jump. Or if you feel more comfortable still in your present sense and looking at your future self from your current embodiment of form. This is the solution, my friends. Let all of your action be from the sphere of possibilities, from you using your will to intend creations that do no harm to yourself or to others, but are for the highest good of all. And that which is for your highest good is for the highest good of all. I will see you on our next communion. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Moon. This is a season of great change. The winds of change are upon us. Maybe you celebrate another holiday, Hanukkah. Take time to be in awe of how blessed you already are, and allow yourself to sit with your future timeline. I will leave the music on for a little bit. Stay tuned for a text for our next ones. All my love and light. Namaste.